Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wingcat Sports, and it's our Lions rumor videos that we do every week. Big stuff has happened this week, along with the news. There was the talks earlier this week by Brad Holmes saying that it is priority to extend Jared Goff, and now we have officially extended Jared Goff for 4 years, $212 million. Is he worth that much? I guess we'll wait and see how the next 4 years go.
Well, yeah, that's what we've been talking about. I mean, as far as it's up to Brad. It's up. They know uh, if they whether they want to go with Goff or a guy like Hooker. If they think, and obviously because they did this, there's no more Hendon Hooker talk. Jared Goff is your quarterback
Yep,
for the next 4 years.
Hendon Hooker obviously didn't impress enough.
Obviously not, and it's tough. This is it. But I mean, it's hard to say. Very little justifies this kind of. This is much more than we thought he'd get. I think.
I wouldn't have signed him north of 50, but I mean they're probably going to end up doing it.
Right.
It is 170 million guaranteed over the next 4 years. I believe it is front heavy on the cap hit wise,
I would think so. Yeah.
not back heavy. It carries an average annual value of 53 million, which makes him the second highest paid quarterback in the league. Again, is he worth being the second highest paid? Probably not, but in 4 years, he's probably going to drop back down to being like the eighth or ninth. So,
Well, right. It might happen over the next couple of years. Who knows? The way these salaries are going up left and right. Certainly, I think you'd be hard pressed to think that Jared Goff is the second best quarterback in the NFL, but he certainly is a borderline elite quarterback when he's got the players around him to help him be that. That's the thing is when you pay a guy this much, are you going to have enough to keep that offensive line intact in front of him?
and about to say, and the other thing you're going to have to think of, you signed St. Brown to 4 years, Sewell to 4 years, and now Goff to 4 years. All four are probably gone in 4 years.
Well, I mean,
and you are
recycling.
recycling.
This is the Super Bowl window right here. You have to justify this. They're going
You
for
have
the Super Bowl.
4 years, and you are resetting at every position. And whoever gets a contract, that means they signed St. Brown. Jay will probably ain't staying past his rookie deal. Laporta is probably going to be your signing in 4 years because that is who will be due for a contract.
Right. Well,
So,
like I said, you got them all lined up, and you can make that decision when it happens. But if this works out and we get our championship, people will be understanding. I mean,
Hutchinson's going to be in that boat too. He might be a little bit early on in it, and they might need to save some money for a Hutchinson deal. But I would expect Hutchinson, Laporta, and probably Gibbs in 4 years getting deals.
Unless Hutchinson is getting a 17 and a half sacks to 20 sacks a year.
Well, yeah, they had to play for their.
I mean, I don't care if they get. This is where they got to say, hey, we're going to be spending our money in certain areas and then trying to get by in others. The defense is still a question mark this year going in, despite the additions we made. So and all teams are improving. This is going to be a battleground in the North. I mean, Chicago is probably the most improved team, at least on paper, that we've seen so far in the off season. Green Bay is going to be really good. Minnesota, probably not, but at least not this year. I don't think they will be. But that team always surprises. So who knows? And you needed your quarterback, and now you got him. We're set.
He will be your quarterback for the next 4 years. Unless he plays severely well the next 4 years, I would expect him to be gone. And you're going to move on to younger talent.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Pay attention
that's the nature of the game, and you got to hope that he stays healthy.
Pay attention to the freshmen in college this year because they likely are going to be the player that you draft in 3 years.
Could be.
Those are your three. Those are your potential QBs of the future. Other things that have happened this week, though, we have signed 4 of our draft picks. Manu, Vaki, Wingo, and Mahogany have all signed. So you have your draft pick signing. We did sign 15 undrafted free agents. I did talk about them in the draft video. We also did that this week. Other minor things, we signed wide receiver Keaton Davis. There is no information on him that I can click on for his name, so Ain't much, probably,
Right.
a no name. And then injury wise, Kirby Joseph uh, did have off season surgery. He underwent hip surgery um, to fix an injury that he had in week 2 of last year. So, again, a hurt quarterback. We got our secondary trying to heal up. I mean, we also have our second round draft pick coming off an injury, too. And we're kind of slowly getting him in. So, even though we have improved in our secondary, it's still not 100% healthy.
Right.
So that is something that we're going to be paying attention to as well as time goes on. But the big news this week was Jared Goff being signed. Luckily, we didn't make the video yet, or else we would have been a little upset with it happening just after.
Right. I mean, like I said, I think most Lions fans expected this to happen. It's just the amount of money he's getting. It's a little bit more than I think most people are comfortable with. But, that's the way you go. You're either going to sign him or go with Hooker. And they made their decision.
And then the other thing, I know I said last week that the schedule is going to get released during the weekend, but it does get released Wednesday this week. Well, we already know that we are not going to be starting the year like we did last year. Kansas City and Baltimore starting the year, so we're not worried about that this time. We're not.
Kansas City's afraid last.
I mean, we don't play them this year, but But at least know that we are not starting this year. But we will probably have plenty of. I expect like 5 primetime games. Not gonna lie.
We don't play Kansas City this year, do we?
No, we don't. But I expect about 5 primetime games on the schedule. I probably expect a home Monday night, a home Sunday night, probably away Monday night,
Thanksgiving.
away Sunday night,
Yeah.
and probably a Thursday night.
Yeah. I think we've earned that. And this team likes to play on prime time. So
We'll probably play the Cowboys on prime time again.
I think they
In Dallas.
Bring
Again,
it.
prime
Bring it.
time.
We want revenge against the Cowboys. The Cowboys are struggling. I mean,
They didn't sign anybody.
After that,
That's the funny thing.
yeah, they had a bad off season, and after that loss to the Packers, I mean, that's hard to recover from. They should have demolished the Packers at home and played us, but no, didn't work out that.
It was fate. But it is what it is. With all that being said, don't let us know what you think about the Goff signing down in the comments. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, hope to see everybody. Zoom.